Hi there. So in this video I'm going to show you how to do data visualization with ggvis in R. So first thing, we need to install few libraries. Right now I have imported dataset, namely pressure and empty cars, that we are going to use for this example. Now go to tools, then install packages, and install two packages. First ggvis, comma, then type in dplyr. These two packages we are going to use for this video. Okay, clicking on install will start the installation process. Go through that and then come back to console and type in library dplyr. Also we will have library, then ggvis. Okay, now that everything is set, we will first start with Scatterplot. So for that, let's start by creating one R script. Okay, and here I'm going to copy this, sets of line, and let me just quickly have everything set up. Can also have ggvis and dplyr. Okay, now that we have everything set, first thing, type in empty cars, then percentage, greater sign, percentage, and then type in ggvis inside method tilde wt, then tilde mpg. Outside the method, percentage greater than percentage again. I'm purposefully calling this percentage greater than percentage so that those who are not much aware of what that means in R will understand how to go through this tutorial. Now let's call for layer points. Okay, and that is all. Okay, so this is for Scatterplot. We'll go through that. Let's run it. And on the right side viewer, you will find your Scatterplot visible. Okay, so here you see these scattered dots showing you the result for that data. Similarly, we can also have regression line and Scatterplot with grouping. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay, one more line to add is layer and smooths. Okay, so that is all you need to add here for regression line. Now let's run it. Okay, and here you see the regression line displayed. Okay, same way you can also go with your Scatterplot with grouping, but for that we have to add layer points, specific variable adds fill factor, tilde factor, and here we mention psi1. Okay, so let me execute and see if it works. Okay, so we have to specifically specify psi1 before we can go through that database. So I didn't mention that, so we'll skip that part for now and move on with bar plot. Okay, so for our bar plot, let's try and use pressure. Okay, so in case of pressure, we will simply just call ggvis method and then wt and tilde mpg. also again one more thing, we have to specify layer underscore points, or you can simply use layer bars because this is bar plot. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Now let me run this and see if it works. And on the right hand side you may notice that, but before that do note that it didn't put out this WT and MPG because for pressure it will take different variables. For that we will have temperature and also take pressure. Okay, so let's go with that. So here you see for temperature and pressure it shows the bar chart. Okay, so if you want you can also have histograms too. So for histogram you have to modify a bit. Simply use faithful data there, use ggvis, and inside this method simply use eruptions data. Okay, now let's have layer underscore histograms, and that should be enough to running that. Okay, so here you see your histogram for faithful data set. Okay, now you can also have a line graph similar to the one we have for bar plot, but for that we'll just have to make minor adjustment. So let's do that for line graph. Let's use pressure data set. Then ggvis, then temperature, and then pressure. And then layer lines. Okay, now from the first line itself, let's run it. And pay attention here, you have your line graph. Okay, so what we seen so far is we have checked Scatterplot, then regression line in your Scatterplot, then bar plot, histogram, and finally line graph. So these are type of charts and graphs that you can try with ggvis. There are plenty of other graphs and charts to try depending on how you want your display your data. You have to make changes to your ggvis method to get that plot. So this was a short video on ggvis visualization of data in R.